Hi, my name is Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi, and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Nautoka, and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Naval. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Rocky Rocky, and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. Tonight, health standards under the spotlight. Education revolution, great achievement, says Prime Minister. And years of expectation finally pays dividends for Madhuwata. Health Minister Choneo Sumate has raised concerns over the number of reports from the general public regarding the standard of health services in the country. Speaking at the Fiji Medical Association conference, Usumate says the ministry will not let the matter rest. Ali Kimbia has the details.
Providing quality health service is one of the main focus of the health ministry. However, lately there have been numerous reports of poor service.
My office, unfortunately, continues to receive reports from aggrieved members of our community on health services that they have received, that they feel has not been to the standard that they expect.
Usamate says they will not tolerate continuous reports from the general public and there should not be any discrimination while providing service.
When we look at this country and look at the people that we have to serve, we treat all of them the same. We do not distinguish by race, we do not distinguish by religion, we do not distinguish by station in life, we do not distinguish by gender, we don't distinguish people in any way, we treat everybody equally.
The Ministry of Health has also stated that they will continue to monitor the performance of all health officials so that quality service is provided to the people. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The education revolution continues to be government's greatest achievement so far. Opening the Fiji Head Teachers Annual Conference in Lambasa yesterday, Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama appealed for teamwork in the education sector for the sake of our children and the nation. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
Close to 1,000 heads of primary schools from around the country are gathered in Lambasa for the 21st Annual Fiji Head Teachers Association Conference. They have been urged to embrace teamwork in order to create the best possible outcome for our education system.
The way you lead your schools and inspire our young people will determine how far we can take our nation in the shortest possible time. Our young people are our future. On their shoulders rests the future of Fiji. And you are the mentors who can show them the way.
The Prime Minister also took the opportunity to appeal to teacher unions to work with government and leave behind the them and us attitude, adding government looks after the interest of every Fijian.
To the education unions, I especially want to say that your people are our people. We share a common cause in wanting to put the interest first. I have always governed for every Fijian, not sectional interests, and insist on putting the interests of every Fijian first. Unfortunately, some trade unions and trade unionists are not approaching things in the same spirit. They have not caught on to the concept of looking after everyone's interest at the same time.
The government's commitment to the education sector is evident in the amount of investment it has made to improve the education system, one of which is increasing the teacher-to-student ratio.
In the past 2 years alone, we have added an extra 686 teachers to the nation's classrooms. 686. 297 new teachers this year. 389 last year. More jobs for teachers, an improvement in teacher-student ratios so that our children get more individual attention in the classroom as well as better facilities.
The two-day Fiji Head Teachers Association annual conference, which is being held at Naundamo in Lambasa, ends today. Eleanor Turangeviu, FBC News.
Years of pleading and asking for a technical institution to be established in their province has come to fruition. The people of Upper Maduwata now have a technical college built for their children. Eleanor Turangeviu reports.
A third technical college in Vunolevu is now opening with the doors of opportunities for children in the Northern Division to equip themselves with skills that will carve them a better life ahead.
I am very proud that my government has fulfilled its promise to set up a network of campuses like this throughout the country to instruct our young people in the various trades our nation needs. We now have 3 campuses of the Technical College of Fiji operating in Vunolevu, in Lambasa, in Bua, and Maduwata.
Like the Ratu Epeli Ravoka campus in Nawada Wairi Kimbua, the Maduwata Ivake campus also offers 2 certificate programs, namely automotive engineering and carpentry.
I know many of you, including the Turanga Tuinondongo and the Sanatan Dharam Committee, had been asking for such a campus to be established in Maduwata for a long time. And I'm very pleased that we have been able to bring this facility to you and are already training 89 students to be mechanics and carpenters, with the prospect of offering more courses in the future in such things as plumbing and welding.
For high school leavers in this area, the establishment of the technical college means they will not leave home while pursuing trade skills that will help secure them employment.
It's easy to madam to go to school here, and it's for me, and I like the schooling here.
The Maduwata Ivake Technical College campus was yesterday named after the Tuinandongo Ratu Ilisaliti Molandali by the Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama following its official opening. Eleanor Turangeviu, FBC News.
A 4-flat corrugated and wooden house was fully destroyed by fire this morning at Wailan Nausori. This is all that is left of the property. Property owner Rajesh Prasad Lal says more than 20 people will now have to look for a new place to live. Lal lived in this home since he was born.
I actually have no idea what I'll do next, what's the next step that I'll be taking. But as far as I have to look for a shelter for my family and find a living for them.
Attempts to get comments from the National Fire Authority remains unsuccessful. 50-year-old diver Bernard Hicks, who pleaded guilty to murdering his de facto partner, has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Hicks was charged with the murder of Lavinia Randini Tonga at a Suva apartment in May this year. The deceased, a receptionist at the time, was stabbed several times by the accused after he suspected her of having an affair. In sentencing Hicks today, Judge Justice Alessi Temo says he was driven by jealousy and his problem could have been solved peacefully. Justice Temo imposed a minimum term of 16 years before a presidential pardon may be considered. Still to come on FBC News, Navy looks at buying new vessel, and renovations start at Garden City Complex outside of Suva. Stay with us.
Salamuki may nakaulebu na tiala tilebu au saboro ko tunga en radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato
Ebi nakabeyaw radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan na evangolite ay rakiraki.
Ke mami na marama ni Nafle ke mami daw talenta ka na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato
na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Delegates attending the Certified Practicing Accountants Congress in Singatoka have been encouraged to support the rehabilitation of local schools that were damaged during Tropical Cyclone Winston. Officiating at the closing of the 2-day meet, Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Kayum challenged companies to adopt a school in Fiji. Ellen Stahls has the story.
Close to 260 schools around Fiji were damaged during Cyclone Winston, and there is a need not only to rebuild but in doing so, ensuring the buildings become climate-proof and more resilient.
Once you adopt a school, you'll then be given an update as the school is constructed. You'll then, of course, get to have your plaque. So CPA, Fiji branch, will get the plaque. You have an affinity with that particular school, affinity with a particular building, because many rural schools in Fiji, as they got money, the committee got money, they built one classroom. So the individual classrooms.
The minister adds he was impressed with the amount of interest that people are now showing in terms of adopting a school.
Immediate needs is something basically we need to fix up the school to get it up and running. There are still kids, some schools where they do not still have proper classrooms. But in order to be able to fix that up, obviously the schools that are buildings that we're building right from ground will do it in a fundamental manner. There are some schools, for example, the walls may be all okay, the floor is fine, but the roof's gone. So in order to perhaps really climate-proof it, you may actually need to take down some of the walls.
The minister added that the government is closely working in partnership with the private sector, Fiji Institute of Engineers, to see this program through. The minister says while it is encouraging to see more local as well as international organizations come on board to adopt schools, the ultimate aim is to be able to build better and stronger to last through natural disasters. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
With the naval patrol vessel Kiro out of service and stuck on a reef for the last 6 weeks, there are now plans to purchase a new ship. Former Defence Minister Timothy Natuva says the issue is urgent because the loss of the Kiro has the Navy's surveillance and rescue operations services compromised. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
The RFNS Kiro's grounding and subsequent failed attempts at rescue by the Kula has left only one ship in the Navy fleet fully operational.
We can get some extra boats. There are some naval vessels decommissioned by some of the countries, and we may be looking at it.
Natuva says while the Kiro accident is a drawback for the Navy, there are lessons to be learned to make the unit more efficient. Meanwhile, trying to work out the best surveillance and monitoring of Fiji's exclusive economic zone of 1.3 million square kilometres is top of the agenda.
The Australian government has now, in 2017, will be helping the monitoring of the EEZ with surveillance aircraft, the civilian surveillance aircraft for all the region. That I think that's about $15 million.
Given the predicament of the RFNS Kiro, Natuva would not confirm nor deny whether there's been a decision to abandon the patrol boat on the reef, given the many futile attempts to retrieve it. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Social development success stories of Fijians helped by the grants from the United Nations Development Programme have been put into a book. The stories entail youth advocacy for mental health, women and youth empowerment, and participation at community level, arts-based approaches for social change, as well as examples of an intergenerational approach to the preservation of traditional knowledge. While launching the UNDP Strengthening Citizen Engagement in Fiji initiative series of stories, Assistant Minister for Health and Medical Services Veena Bhatnagar said this will motivate all citizens to engage in nation building through community-based activities.
My ministry is pleased to have played a role in working with various civil society groups at various levels to forge effective partnerships to improve lives, offer innovative solutions, and improve government service delivery to those that need it most.
CEFI is a three initiative implemented by UNDP and funded by the European Union to strengthen sustainable development in Fiji. The new UNDP Pacific Office Country Director, Bakadir Birkanov, is looking forward to working with the Fiji media as he takes up his new role in Suva. Birkanov met with members of the Fijian media for the first time today and expressed how vital their relationship was. There was also brief discussions on how they could build on that relationship moving forward.
It's hugely important for us to partner not just as provider of news and the consumer of news. I think media has an important role to play in the democratic process overall. We have a very vibrant pillar of our work dealing with participatory, democratic governance and effective governance. In fact, a lot of the work that we do is about giving people, communities, voice.
The Garden City Business Park along Grantham Road in Raiwai outside Suva is undergoing a major redevelopment. The tenants are vacating their shops as work starts to make way for a new complex on the 3-acre property. Pranita Prakash reports.
This area will have a totally new look within the next year, which is dubbed as a dream project for owner Yiwa Singh.
We're actually building a business and commercial complex. It'll be sort of like a market mall. With all the modern amenities. It includes restaurants, food courts, convenience shops, business offices, services offices. We like to feel that it'll be like a market mall where the people from all backgrounds, can feel comfortable here.
The complex will house around 50 shops and office spaces, and as a result, creating more job opportunities.
For the moment, we probably have about 30 workers in now at demolition stage. Then we will require tradesmen people coming in. We will require steel fixers, and then we'll require block layers, plumbers, electricians, and all the other services that will come by. The jobs comes in the various levels. First during the construction stage, jobs that will be created from the subcontractors, and of course all the business that will be here.
The project is expected to cost around $10 million. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Hibiscus Group chairman Hirdesh Prasad, along with the 2016 King and Queen, will feature in a Hindi movie which will be shot in Fiji later in the year. The movie, named The Gangster, will be produced by the producers and directors of Feeling Lucky. Prasad will be the gangster in the movie, whose name will be Chika. 2016 Hibiscus Queen Anne Dunn and King contestant Christopher Prasad will take other leading roles. Director Devesh Singh says Fiji has a lot of talented people who hardly get the right opportunities to showcase their skills. And we turn to sports now. Here's Rohit with the latest.
Good evening. Coming up, 7 coaches positions to be advertised, and we'll look at where 7 stars started their rugby careers from. This and more after the break.
मैं जुगेन नंबिलो तालिब से रेडियो फीजी 2 24 घंटे मेरे साथ रहता है।
हम मंगेरी ताउका के ललेश है। हमारे दिल में और दिमाग में खाली रेडियो फीजी 2 है, और सभी भाइयों से आग्रह करते हैं कि रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनना चाहिए।
मेरा नाम अभिनेश है, मैं निंदी का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं सभी समय रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता हूँ क्योंकि उसमें आईना प्रोग्राम।
The vacant positions for the Fiji men's and women's 7s coaches will be advertised from tomorrow. Former men's coach Ben Ryan's contract has expired and he has decided to move on, but will need to reapply if he changes his mind. Fijiana coach Chris Crackness has also sought not renewal. The position for both the coaches will be advertised locally and internationally. Meanwhile, Olympic gold medalist Kitsone Talinga and Fijiana rep Racheli Daveua were rewarded by the employer, the Fiji Corrections Services, today. Talinga, who is a corrections officer, was promoted from rank C to B. Daveua, who is also a corrections officer, was given an increment from $14,000 to $17,000 by the discipline force. Celebrations and accolades are still pouring in for the gold medal winning Fiji Sevens team. Fiji Hideaway Resort in the Coral Coast hosted a number of players whose humble rugby careers began with the resort. Edwin Nunn reports.
It was a homecoming like no other. 3 of the gold medal winning 7 stars made their mark in rugby with the Hideaway Hurricanes.
Good to be back in the hotel again. Where was I employed when Ben Rice started me out to introduce me back into the team. It's good to be back in the hotel, meeting with co-workers and friends.
The resort paid tribute to Chasa Virimalua, Apisa Indomolailai, William Mata, as well as members of the extended training squad, Emani Nangusa, Alivereti Veitokani, and Eminonina Silasila.
Oh, really fantastic. Happy to be here, to be part of the celebration. As like the boss said, that we are all members of this family. We all started playing for this club, and that's why we got picked to go to the national side and to be back here with the staff, with the families. It's a really joyous occasion for us.
There were accolades and a monetary bonus, but to top it all off, Hideaway Resort now has a plaque in honor of not only the gold medalists, but all players who make the national team in any code for those to come in the future.
We have produced good 10 to 12 players out of the Fiji Hideaway Hurricanes who have represented Fiji in various rugby codes.
Kava flowed late into the night as staff and guests of Hideaway Resort celebrated, and no party would be complete without the Go Fiji Go anthem. Edwin Nang, FBC Sports.
The Nandronga rugby side is in for one of its toughest trials this season when they take on Natasiri in the HFC Bank Fairbrother Challenge tomorrow. The teams already met once this season when the Highlanders overcame the Stallions 28-22 in round 1 of the Skipper Cup competition.
Tamu knocked it back, then picked up by Nandronga.
Natasiri is the only team Nandronga has not defeated in local rugby this season. This will have to change if the Stallions want to maintain their grip on the Fairbrother Trophy.
Lovely gather and dive.
We always see Natasiri as a team capable of beating any team on a field in any given match. They have capabilities of playing, utilizing, maximizing both in the forwards and the backs, and we can't see any area that we need not prepare for when we prepare for Natasiri.
Some more that was Timothy Savoli.
The Highlanders know what it takes to beat the traditional champions.
In the corner, brilliant pair of hands.
Starting from our restart and our set piece, especially on our defense, that's where we are focusing on and how to tackle them.
Someone's controlling it at the
back. Match kicks off at 2 p.m. at Nandi Prince Charles Park tomorrow. The first local sports supplement to ever be produced, called Mana, was launched in Suva last night. It's made from whey of milk that is extracted while making cheese. Minister for Industry, Trade and Tourism, Paya Square, says Fiji, which is known to be a sports nation, Mana will be fruitful.
Athletes, through the very nature of their activity, put their bodies under extreme pressure and push their endurance levels and strength and mental toughness to beyond limits to reach peak performance. But to do so, they need to recover fast between activities. Protein supplements are usually consumed, which for an athlete helps deliver the vital nutrients and vitamins throughout the body. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where Mana comes in.
I'm very proud to announce that Mana Whey Protein will be the main naming rights sponsor of the Fiji Cocoa Sevens for 2017 and 2018.
The company say Mana is very easy to shake into liquid form and helps them build muscles. History favours the Rewa football side at this weekend's Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants finals. The Delta Tigers have won 4 of the last 6 BOG titles. They have also won the last 2 tournaments held in Nosori, which were last year and in 2011. In the first semi-final, Suva plays Lambasa at 2 p.m. at Nosori's Ratu Takambau Park. The second semi-final, Lotoka plays Rewa at 4 p.m. The final kicks off at 3 p.m. on Sunday. And that's it from sports. It's back to Jackie for business.
The Nisoso Island Resort Villas has bagged another win at the World Luxury Hotel Awards, global tourism's highest accolade for upmarket accommodation. Nisoso was nominated for Luxury Villa Resort, Luxury Private Pool Villa and the Best Service Villas, and we'll find out which one of these categories it has won at the awards gala dinner next month. The award follows Nisoso's first win for Luxury Villa Resort in 2014 and is another addition to an increasing number of honours under 3 years after opening. The property also recently added to its inventory with the opening of a garden villa boasting Nisoso's trademark opulence. The weather stayed mostly cloudy and cool across the country. The west, as usual, remained sunny. Suva recorded the coolest at 25 degrees, while Savu followed at 26. Lambasa was the warmest at 29 degrees. For tomorrow, warm, sunny conditions are forecast for most parts of the country. And looking ahead to Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds with a chance of a few showers in the east. At sea, southeast winds gusting up to 25 knots, moderate to rough conditions. Recapping the main stories for tonight, health standards under the spotlight, education revolution, great achievements as Prime Minister, and Sevens coaches' positions to be advertised from tomorrow. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. On to our poll question. This week we are asking, is speeding becoming a major problem on our roads? To answer, visit our FBC website. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. Good night.
Mrs. Manirabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Golaganaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Grove Resort and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic hit music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Lotoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.